Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy, Dan Diddy.
Ambitious Ace.
Bang, bang, boomerang.
Meet Me In Daegu, man. Ambitious Ace is all of a sudden happy.
Yes.
Do you want to explain why?
Well, I thought there was only going to be 8 episodes, and there's 10 episodes scheduled for the season, so shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Lovecraft Country, one of my favorite shows on TV right now, man. So this episode, man, how do we start? So, first of all, shout out to Jamie Chung. Yo,
Shout out.
She
Shout out.
killed that.
She killed this episode.
Shout out.
Absolutely destroyed it.
Bodied.
So the episode starts off with her in the movie theater, and it sounds like the people next to her want to get it in, but they see there's somebody else in the movie theater, so they decide to leave. And then Jamie Chung just starts spazzing out to some what's her name? Judy Garland.
Yeah, Judy Garland.
She played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. She starts doing the whole choreography, singing. She straight killed it. Like, I did not expect that whatsoever. How did you guys feel about that?
I mean, it just let me know right off the bat what her character was going to be about. Like, you know, it was pretty apparent. Like, okay, she's not the typical, I guess you want to say, Korean person or something like that. So it set the stage for her character, for me.
Yeah, and it's a 180 completely from what we used to seeing her through the lens of the main character.
Yeah.
You know, Atticus, she was attacking him in one scene, and there was another scene where she was covered in red.
Yeah.
Right.
Like an alien.
Like an alien of some sort. So this one was
which
like,
actually gives you a little bit more context after you watch this episode.
Now you get it.
Yeah.
So to see her so bubbly and so into it was just it was a smile. I put a smile on my face actually. That was dope.
I was wondering if, like, at the end of the season, are we going to be able to go back to that dream Atticus had and have it make 100% sense?
Oh, yeah. I bet you that was, you know, now looking at all the episodes and thinking about it, that little sequence kind of paved the way for what we were expecting for this show.
I didn't even think about that.
It was just like, you know, it already felt as if y'all don't know what y'all getting into, you know, kind of thing. But it's just like, really, y'all don't know what y'all getting into. So I completely agree with that.
Yeah, so we see her at the movie theater, you know, and then we see her at work the next day.
Yeah.
And they're basically the American soldiers have come in, and this is during the Korean War, when the North and the South were kind of having the issues, and I believe Russia came in and was supporting the North, and America came in and was helping the South.
Yeah.
Well, before that, you forgot about speed dating.
Yeah, okay, I thought this came after the class.
Speed dating was before.
I thought it came after the class.
Well, the class was first, then speed dating, then the soldiers
so I was about to
came.
get to the class. Oh, the soldiers came after that?
Yeah.
Oh,
The soldiers came after the speed dating.
Oh, okay. Well, the soldiers came, spread propaganda, like they were coming to help. Talk about that later.
Yeah.
The speed dating, man. No, they were in class, and I was thrown off as soon as I started seeing the bodies because I was just like, holy shit, what are they doing? For a minute there, I thought it was some witchcraft shit. But,
Oh, that's right.
apparently they were practicing on, like, you know, wounded bodies or whatnot.
That's right.
And that is when we met, what is her name? Is it, no, it's not Young Ja. Was that her name?
Yeah, it was Young Ja.
Young Ja. She is like kind of talking to the other classmates about this guy. Apparently she must get all the guys because all of the girls are asking her for advice.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Gia is kind of like just watching her and just listening. And it's funny because the advice she gives, she tries to use during the speed dating.
Yeah.
And it pretty
Yeah.
much gets her eliminated. And it's crazy because she's sitting there, and when she actually decided to be herself,
The one guy.
the guy
that actually,
liked the stuff that she did and still was like, nah, I'm good.
yeah,
we
that
good.
was harsh. I was just like, well, damn.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, y'all can hit it off. Y'all got a lot in common.
See, I liked that dynamic because it showed how out of place or out of touch that she was with
Within
her
her own
situation.
culture.
Yeah, and I thought that was really interesting. Like, man, you know, she's supposed to be of this culture, but she's like, yo, nah, I'm into some other stuff,
Yeah,
man.
I like that.
And I don't even care.
Yeah, and that was actually really dope. The conversation we saw her mom have with her, and that's kind of when we got the understanding that she wasn't really her daughter. And she was just saying, you know, that is how the episode started, I believe. You got to bring honor to this family
Yeah,
by
very
bringing
beginning.
a man home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we was just like, okay, I was curious.
And the
So-
first man she brought,
Young Ja
Yeah.
convinces her to go to this bar where she ends up meeting a guy. She takes him home. She lays down.
So
She's
did
like,
you recognize the guy?
No, I did not.
You don't remember Ando from Heroes?
From Hero.
You're right. No. I think we discussed it when we were watching the episode.
Okay,
I just
okay.
forgot.
All right.
I just forgot.
I was like, my man Ando.
Hero.
But so it was crazy because the whole time they were having sex, when they were showing Gia's eyes, they looked emotionless. Like she looked so disengaged from
I
what
noticed
was
something
happening.
was up from the jump when she lit one candle and all of them lit.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you should have bounced.
I was just like, nah, bro. I'm gone.
I had the same expression. I was like, did they all get lit up? Mate, I'm tripping here. I forgot. I saw it.
There
and
was
I
no
forgot about
windows in that room. You can't say wind brushed on the other candles. Nah, you can't say none of that. No.
And then not only that, her mom's in another room. Like
Yeah.
it's just a whole different type of vibe.
it. Yeah.
He gets
I
picked
saw that
up.
too.
The damn tails go on all his appendages, his eyes, his ears, and then just kind of like pulled him inside out. Blood goes
Quick
everywhere.
that
question.
was
How did
weird.
1080p like that scene?
She was like confused. She didn't take it that bad. She was just in shock. Like, what
Okay.
the hell happened?
Okay, cool.
So
I didn't even notice they were tails at first.
No, I thought they were plungers.
At
Yeah,
first, I didn't
notice
notice
they
they
were
were
tails
tails.
Yeah.
I was just like,
so
yo.
you thought they were what?
Plungers.
What?
Bro, they didn't look that bad. They had hair on them and everything. The CGI on them were crazy.
No,
Oh
it was
man, they
nasty.
said they shot that scene for like 7 days.
Whoa.
I was just like, good God, because she said Misha Green wanted to look real and as authentic as possible. Didn't want a lot of CG.
man, it's nice.
I was just like, wow.
So we get we see Gia and Young Jai actually becoming really good friends.
Yeah.
They're talking, they're attending to the soldiers, and then something happens where they get pulled out of the cars or whatnot. I forgot where they were traveling to. Were they traveling to help some soldiers?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. They were I forgot where they were traveling, but yeah, they were stopped by
The U.S.
the US
military.
soldier, Yeah.
First of all, they did see somebody almost get hung, which was really disturbing.
Well, can we back up a little bit more with the mom? Because I think her and the mom had a lot of important
they had a
conversations.
conversation, right? So
absolutely.
this is where we
Because-
find out she's a Kamiko.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is a nine-tailed Kamiho,
Yeah.
which is a nine-tailed
Fox.
fox that usually turns into a beautiful woman, and she needs to kill 100 men to become back to being her daughter.
Right.
Right.
Because she sacrificed her daughter to make her a Kamiho to get revenge on her husband who had raped her daughter.
Yes.
Which is
Wild.
why.
Really wild. But I thought that
It's just
whole,
like, I mean, just kill him. Shit.
You
But
know? You need a whole demon force over here. bro.
but it was crazy because in those little
So you want
conversations,
to hurt 100 other people because your husband fucked up?
Like, come on. now.
Goddamn.
Yeah,
That-
Get
that
9
is wild.
knives. That's what you do.
But
That's
I thought it
fucked
was
up.
interesting because you can really see how, even though she wanted to complete this task for 100 men, she really wanted some peace in her mother.
Yeah, she
But
wanted
she didn't look at her as her daughter.
Which is tough.
So that whole time, because I'm just like, how can you? Because when I first saw, I'm like, how could you just get your daughter to do these things? But she's not your daughter. Da, 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 da. But I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was Naruto at first. It's like, she got the beast inside of her.
She got the 9
She
tails.
got 9 tails. But no, but then I think they mentioned that it completely took over her daughter.
Yeah,
Her daughter is non-existent.
thing.
Yeah,
at this
that's what
point.
they said.
Yeah,
That's the thing that I realized with all her interactions. I'm like, oh, so her daughter is not in there at all.
at all. So after that 100th mark, she may just die completely.
Yeah.
After learning and falling in love with cultures and things of that nature, and just to be going like that.
So her and Young Ja become really good friends. They get pulled over by the U.S. military. They're basically saying there's a communist sympathizer within you. Who is it? The guy shoots somebody straight in the head, and then he points a gun at Gia, and then no, it was
No, it was
another
Young
girl.
Ja. No, not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
You're
Oh,
speeding.
yeah. Okay, it was
So
him
then the
first.
guy pointed the gun at Young Ja, at Gia, and Young Ja got in the way, and then the guy shot his gun, but it clicked, didn't have any bullet, and then he said soldier,
Yeah.
and Atticus walks over, straight shoots her in the head. Now this threw me the fuck off.
Now it wasn't Gia though that he shot.
No,
just
he shot Young Ja.
No, he
No.
knocked her out. The other dude shot the girl before her.
Yeah, because it was 2 girls that got killed.
They took, because remember.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we
they
see that he tortured her.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you find it out later.
Later, yeah, you find that out later. But yeah, I was shocked as well because the way that Atticus did it, like you can see that this was just unfortunately something in war that you can't come back from. When you give an order, you got to do it, and he just did it with no remorse. And I think that's what got G.I. just like going crazy because he just came up there, whop, that was it. But the look
no questions asked.
No questions asked.
Gosh,
the way Atticus, you can see the struggle, but he couldn't really make it apparent.
Nah, he looked like he didn't care.
That's the thing.
Like,
they had him
I
looking
can
like
see
the
it
villain.
in his eyes.
Nah, he looked like
he
he
looked
looked
stone
he looked
cold.
like he looked like he wanted to do that shit.
No
I can see
hesitation.
it in his
I thought it
eyes.
was a different universe. I was just like, who the fuck was that?
Nah. I saw the eyes of a trained soldier.
No,
I'm serious. I saw the eyes of a trained soldier.
You saw it too, right?
That.
Then he looked like he didn't give 2 fucks.
That's the thing. He looked like he didn't. That's the thing. You see what has been trained into this man's action. He is trained to be ruthless. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I don't know.
I could see all that.
I didn't see no.
He was looking like Jordan in a championship basketball game.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
In the 4th quarter.
About to hit the dagger.
That was it.
So then we see him in the hospital,
Yeah.
and apparently it looked like he had a leg injury.
Yeah, it looked like he had a leg injury.
And he had something around
injured
his
his
eye.
glasses and everything like that.
I mean, I wouldn't say injured the glasses.
I didn't mean like that. He damaged his glasses. I'm sorry. I was thinking about the leg and then went towards the glasses.
He injured
Yeah.
his glasses. I'm gonna have to use that.
I love that.
I'm gonna have to use that.
That's something I would say.
Like, bro, you
I
got some
said-
injured glasses? When somebody's glasses is fucked up, you ask them if they got injured glasses.
Damaged
That's
glasses.
amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, and we see him. He's trying to read a book.
Yes.
It's like, yo, this is a book reading mofo.
Oh, yeah.
And he's reading the book that was his father's favorite book that his father mentioned earlier on in the show. I can't remember what it was called, though.
Yeah. I feel like that book came up a lot, too.
And he got Gia to read it to him. Now, Gia looked like she was out for blood. But it seemed like the book slowly made her look at herself and other people differently.
Well, it's because, he knew she knew the story of the book because she watched the film.
Right.
But he knew the source material
and he said he knew
how it actually ended
differently.
So the fact that he knew that kind of source material of something that she was passionate about, that's where the feelings started kicking in because she's just like, oh, he kind of likes the sort of stuff that I like that nobody will have a discussion with me about.
Yep.
So that kind of drifted her apart little by little every time she read the book with him.
And there's a correlation. I feel like there was a correlation to this show and the actual book itself, of Lovecraft, the book. How it's 2 completely different endings. That could be a foreshadow as well. Or the book ending is not going to be the same as the series.
I can tell you right now. I finished the book. It's definitely not ending like that. It's definitely not ending like that. This chapter wasn't even in the book whatsoever.
And I think the mom had mentioned to bring back an American because I guess the American and the Koreans had like a tough relationship around that time. So she was like, bring home an American because they're pretty much, raping and killing our people.
She was just
I
like,
figure it's kind of like a double whammy. First of all, it'll be easy for you to drag them back home, and they deserve it on top of that.
Yeah. It just made me think. I didn't feel like I didn't learn too much about that Korean War in school. So it was just really interesting.
Of course, they don't teach us nothing about that.
Man. So it was just interesting just kind of seeing that dynamic. I'm like, wow, I feel like I should have known this.
What was interesting to me is when they were sitting out in the yard and everything, and Atticus had I'm suspecting Korean American with him and everything like that, and she walked up to him and she kind of
so that was the next part we were about to get to.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he walks up, and then she asks, "Did they know Julie Garland?"
Yeah.
And they just kind of laughed it off.
And like the only way we know Julie Garland is if I'm her butler and he's her driver.
Yeah,
Something like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, I thought that was
And I was
she
just
was
like, that's a
amazing.
confused.
bar.
And she was confused,
was
like, what?
amazing.
And they kind of had to explain to her, like, things aren't as they seem in
Oh, my
America.
gosh.
And just the realization to see her, that was wonderfully acted because it was believable,
Yeah.
And I really like to touch on how the Korean American was just like, I'm not even welcome in both places.
Nah.
I come here, I'm an outsider. I'm there, is racist, So he's really in the middle of nowhere.
But that's the same with black people though.
Yeah.
Which that I feel like that was felt like a bar because they were kind of like connected, like
I felt like it was also a message like Koreans and African Americans should probably be closer because you guys,
Yeah.
like
your
come
guys'
on.
relationship with this country is it's got a lot in common.
What?
Yeah.
I thought that immediately. Yeah.
So Atticus asks her out on a date. She
Yeah.
decides to go through with it because she about to kill this mofo. But she decides to go through with it, and his friend meets her like he basically kind of tells her that she's considered an escort on site.
Right.
But Atticus has this really nice date set up. They're gonna
Boy,
watch the
smooth
Judy Garland
motherfucker,
movie.
You smooth Atticus.
Smooth operator.
Took the coat off.
Yeah,
Got the
exactly. Had
chair.
the chairs.
Sit down. Turn the movie on.
You
That boy
watched
had the
damn
night
Judy
set.
Garland movie.
You don't need to go to the movies. Oh, they closed them? Come over.
Come over.
So they watched the movie, and then her and Atticus actually, they went ahead and got it in. And this is when you saw that she can control it a little bit. She kept
thinks.
herself under control, and she didn't kill him.
Hold on. The first time it happened,
He told her he was a virgin as well.
yeah, and then didn't she shoo him away?
No, that's not the first time.
Yeah, I
Oh, the very first time,
The
yeah.
very first time,
he was
yeah.
mad.
he was, yeah.
No, he
She
shoot her away.
No,
She shoot him.
she
away.
shooed him away, and her mom was mad.
Yeah, she didn't want to kill him. Yeah.
Wasn't that the first time? That was the first time they hooked up.
I could have swore they had sex at the damn spot when they had the movie playing.
But yeah, you said they got in for the first time. That was the second time.
Yeah,
Because
that
the
was
first
the second time.
time they didn't do it. They shoot her away.
I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Oh, wait. The second time they were at her house.
Yeah, the second.
The first time
they
they
were
went
at
to the
her house.
movies.
Was
then
it?
Yeah. Then after the movies, such a romantic scene, she shoot him away. And then the second time they kicked it at her house, and then
Okay.
the alien little thing came out. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm drawing a blank too. Yeah, because they did it twice.
They did it twice.
The
Yeah.
first time was good, and the second time, them plungers came out. Look, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank too.
Yeah.
The plunge.
Well, I mean, it was take that back. It was more than 2 times because there was like a transition period to where they were happily in a relationship and everything. But
That's right, because she was
those
falling in love.
But those initial first time, she shoot him away because she wanted it, but she didn't feel like she can control it. But then the second time, she noticed that she can control it.
Yeah.
Because I remember the mom coming in like, "Why did you do that?" And she just was just like, "This is not happening. I'm not going to kill him," or something. She said, "I don't know
No,
what it
she
was."
just said, "I can control it. I love him." She's
Yeah.
like, "You don't know what love is."
That's what happened.
That, okay,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I drew a blank too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so y'all was throwing me off. 'Cause I'm just like, bro, I could have sworn
Yeah, I
this
was
episode
tripping.
was really good. So
Yeah.
either way, they kind of have a relationship, and then Atticus, she kind of, it seemed like she shooed him off, and then he kind of got upset, like when she
Yeah.
came to the site, and then she yelled out, "You killed my best friend."
Right.
The way I'm just like, this dude went to the school of Denzel Washington, bruh. He turned around, walked back up, because he didn't really want to have this conversation.
Oh,
loud.
no.
And he wanted clarification, and you can
Let
see.
me love you then.
What did he love?
Why did you do that? Like the facial expressions, oh my
man,
god,
that was an
man.
amazing
Shout
scene, yo.
out to Jonathan Majors, man. He is amazing.
Yeah, he killed it. And so from this point on, it's like we could kind of see the friction inside of the brains or whatnot. They kind of go through, have the relationship situation. So this is when they went back to the house, right? They're at the house. They're about to get it in, about to smash. She started feeling something. I think she noticed that she had feelings for him.
Right.
So when she started feeling the Camijo coming out, she basically pushed him out.
Yeah.
The mom kind of comes in, gets mad. They let him go.
Right.
Yeah, because she's mad. Because
We knew he wasn't going to die because we see him in now time.
She's mad though because I think in that scene she said, how can you expect to have feelings or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Basically,
think-
because I think since she didn't look at her daughter as somebody, she's not supposed to have feelings.
Yeah.
And considering that she had sex with 99 guys up to that point and
Exactly.
felt nothing, she probably also felt like it wasn't even possible.
But like
Right.
she constantly said to her throughout the episode, I've seen these guys' memories. I've seen everything
The
that they've
evil,
been
the fucked
into.
up things they do, and not only that, just the way they're laying down with her, they don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they didn't take the time to get to know her or anything. It's just kind of
And-
like
And the stark difference was what Atticus was just like, I want to let you know, I'm a virgin. I
Yeah.
never did this before. And I think that kind of hostility kind of just like, well, any other guy just laid with me. They just really just, oh, let's go to town. But the fact that he wanted to be sincere, to actually let me know that, this is my first time, I think she took notice of that. That was the start of her feelings. Like, man, I shouldn't really.
Oh, I think it was before that.
But that's another.
The Judy, she was going at the Judy Garland movie.
But I'm saying this was another added layer. The fact that he was basically, just being mindful of this whole predicament, the relationship.
And she's only seen Americans in one lens.
Yeah.
To see how she finally has somebody that she can actually have a legit connection with has to be something where it's like, yo, I do feel something. It's just not in the world I'm currently in. It's just coming from another place.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, so we get to the whole part where, they're having somewhat of a discussion.
One thing to add too. Not only did she know their past, but I think she knew their future as well. She was able
I got something to touch on that at the end. Let's get to that. We'll hold that thought.
Yeah, so they're having a discussion on site. This is when they kind of have the argument. She kind of comes clean. He kind of comes clean. And it probably drew them closer together.
Yep.
Right.
So they go back to the movie theater, the little makeshift movie theater they got. They get it in, and she's in control. And she realizes that she actually could control it, the Kamiho. And I remember she runs back to her mom and is actually really excited to tell her this.
Absolutely.
And her mom just shuts it down.
That part was scary.
It felt like it hurt.
Because her mom was trying to be sentimental and say, I want my daughter back that used to be this way and everything. And then G.I. started singing that nursery rhyme or whatever.
Yeah.
And she kind of like got, yes, that's my daughter. And she was just like, no, this is me. And I was just like, oh, well, damn. It was just like, your daughter memories are in me, but I ain't your daughter. I'm me. I know what you want, but you're not going to get that. And I was just like.
That was kind of like her first, like her standing up for herself moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
I was just like, that was powerful.
Yeah, very powerful scene, much needed because she was coming into her own woman, I guess, or woman monster.
I'll say human.
Yeah.
She kept on saying, you're not human, but I think throughout this whole, she's trying to prove that, no, I am human.
Well, the whole thing was, and I think they made it, she was saying that we're not monsters. She's not a monster, and he's not a monster. Atticus is not a monster,
and
right?
I feel like she got that from the book, though.
Right. She did get it from the book, which probably she connected to it because she's like, yo, there's a monster inside me as well.
At the same time, the mom's a monster. You the one that summoned me.
Exactly.
Right.
So, come on.
You ain't shit either. You ain't better than me just because, for whatever reason.
Yep.
But, so, we see they kind of having a pretty good relationship, and we find out that Atticus actually can go back. He served his time. He can go back. He's willing to stay.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And Gia is kind of like, I can't ask you to do that. I understand. They go ahead. By the way, they go ahead and they get it in again. But this time, she almost killed Atticus.
Yeah.
But instead of just seeing his memories, she saw his future.
Yes.
Which was definitely interesting. We saw him laying next to a woman that we haven't met yet. We saw him up on a machine of some sort like that. We saw Letty kind of staying over him.
We saw him torturing young Ja.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she saw that. Yep.
Yeah, that was part of his past. And then, Atticus pretty much freaks the hell out and gets the hell up out of there.
I think that during the whole transaction, that experience, that she learned something new about herself, which I'm saying she found a new ability. Not only to see the past and memories of a person, but she can actually see the future of that person. That's what I took away from that moment, because she kind of stopped it. She let it go forth as I'm to her getting on his eyes and everything, but I just think that was a newfound experience for herself.
Yeah.
That's how I took that, because I don't think she saw the futures of the other 99 men. I think she only saw their memories. But this time it was different just because...
I think because she cared.
Because she cared. So I think this was a whole nother layer to the Camille that she undiscovered for herself.
And I think she found something. I think she found whatever's in Atticus. We know Atticus has something there within him, because
that's why she told him not to go.
Yeah, and I think she's realized that
because
you got some stuff
she
going
sees
too.
him dying in his
Right.
future.
And that's why when he called her, he was like, "How did you know?" And she said, "I told you not to go."
I told.
This whole time we've been thinking like she's out to get him, but really she was
I
trying.
wasn't thinking she was out.
Well,
to
that's
get him.
how it was because every time he talked to her, he was scared as shit.
Yeah,
you know,
because now we know why. Because she damn near killed his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he damn near killed her though.
Yeah.
So it's and then
but see, that's the thing. He didn't know that he damn near killed her. Unfortunately, that was the crazy part about it. Even when he seen her in the hospital, he didn't say, "Oh shit, I'm sorry for what I did."
Right.
Yeah, he didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you what comes with war. It's like people are faceless people. You know, on both sides, which is fucked up.
Ooh, good boy.
And then we see her mother finally showing some type of feelings towards her as she sits there crying, and it's like Gia finally gets what she wanted this whole time. She just kind of wanted her mom, and her mom finally gives her some attention. She's hugging her, and she actually takes her to the shaman to talk about what happened. And she asks what happens to Atticus, and the shaman kind of like rubs it off, like, you ain't got time to be worried about that. You got your own stuff to.
She said you worry about feelings, which is human, which you are not.
Oh, that was a bar.
I was just like, well, damn.
So this was definitely a dope episode. I just want to say, the sex scene that they had at her house. That was probably like the best sex scene I've seen on a TV show and the most disturbing shit I've seen at the same damn time.
Kudos to the production team because you engraved a scene in my brain that I will never forget.
Yeah, I know. Some little plunger things.
Yeah, I was just like, man, that was crazy.
Yeah. And then the whole blood, so now you know why she was red in his dreams.
Yeah.
The whole communist, or I think it was a communist thing, when she was trying to attack him. Now you know why that aspect had worked as well.
He thought she was a communist sympathizer.
Yeah. Ooh.
So, man, and there was so many different political things that they touched on in this episode. I love how they're matching real life history into these episodes. It's amazing. That's
crazy though. They didn't know the state of the world would be like this right now.
No way.
But that's crazy because this was like they said this was written like 2 years ago. So it's just wild. It's wild.
Yeah, and what else did they touch on? They touched on another dope element. I thought it was really cool. Oh, the lady that played Dorothy. Didn't she have like a
Judy Garland?
Yes.
Yeah, they did play a speech at the end.
Yeah.
Of her kind of understanding, like not being able to escape.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like no matter what she did, she still couldn't. She still was considered a woman, which was kind of considered a lower class citizen at that time and period. And it was just like you would have thought anywhere else in the world that she was amazing, just because she's starring in The Wizard of Oz and dancing. Right. Just hearing stories of how she was only allowed to eat like an apple and drink water on set.
Oh
like
my gosh.
They would starve her. They would give her a downer to go to sleep because they would film for like 18 hours. They give her a downer to sleep for 2 hours, and then they'd wake her up and give her an upper.
Oh my gosh,
to get back to filming and be smart. The director slapped her in the face when they did the whole lion scene of The Wizard of Oz when she laughs when he jumps out. She said because she kept busting out laughing. And the director got tired of filming the scene, so he walked up and slapped the shit out of her.
Damn.
They filmed the scene again. She didn't laugh. And then the director apologized and said he could smack her, but she didn't want to do it. It's like a lot of stuff. The lady that played the Wicked Witch, the green makeup she wore was poisonous. They said she wasn't allowed to eat. She had to do stuff out of a straw because the green makeup was poisonous. The snow that fell, that was asbestos.
Oh my gosh, man.
So okay, we're getting too much into this now.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of the stuff dealing with that Judy Garland had to go through was really, really disturbing. They said the Munchkins were like sexually harassing people and sexually assaulting her and stuff like that. So that speech that they have of Judy Garland, like, it's just like, man, that's deep. And the fact that they use it in the show is crazy. The James Baldwin speech they used, the Whitey's on the Moon, being played by Gil Scott Heron, they've been killing it.
Yeah.
And I'm finished. Like I said, I finished the book. This wasn't in the book, so I don't know how this will factor in towards the end. I feel like it will. I At some point we got to get this Hippolyta episode, and I can't wait for it because it's gonna be crazy. I know they're gonna have some twists and turns in there, but I 100% understand why they kill Uncle George now because he doesn't die in the book at all whatsoever. But they had to kill him because Atticus doesn't really play that big of a part in the book.
What?
Yeah,
I remember them commenting
he's
on that.
in the book.
Yeah.
He is the driving force because he's the Braithwaite, heir. But it's basically Montrose and Uncle George's story.
Get out of here.
Talk. Okay. So killing Uncle George makes sense because they can give all his parts to Letty and Atticus because he does a lot. And I do think they're gonna have a really. Let's see if I can look at the names of these episodes.
Oh, we ain't trying to get
no. This is too good.
You kept that since you read the book. I don't even know.
They tell you nothing.
I know, but still, you know more than we do.
This is amazing.
Either way, there's 3 episodes I'm looking forward to them doing based on the chapters, and that's the Hippolyta episode.
Yeah.
The Diana episode, I can see that
That's
one
what I'm
being
waiting
real
for.
creepy.
I liked her character, so I want to see what they do with her.
Well, she's a son in the story.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Her episode is gonna be crazy.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm about to say.
This is too good. This is
Too
too
good.
good.
Montrose's episode, they have to do a Montrose episode based on that chapter in the book because that'll be interesting as well.
Okay.
So.
Which I'm liking this thing.
Hoping that we get those 3.
Yeah.
And based on the way the story ends, I don't see how you could wrap that up with how much we have left. I really don't. There has to be another season.
Well, I'm glad they dedicated this whole episode to the actress.
Unless the last episode is like 2.5 hours or something.
Which
there's a lot that happens in that last episode.
I'm about to say, whoever this actress is that played this one, she really did her thing.
Who?
Jamie Jones?
Yeah, this last episode.
Oh, yeah, Jamie Chung. She's from the real world.
Man.
She started on the real world.
Goodness, man.
And then turn into a crazy actress. She needs to be cast.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Amazon. I know y'all filming Silk. Y'all better give her a call.
Man. She did. She played
I need a Korean American. There you go, Jamie Chung.
Woo. Body that role.
How you feel about that?
That'd be nice.
Let us know, guys, how you guys felt about this episode, man. Did we miss anything that you guys felt? What do you guys think is going to happen? Please, if you've read the book, no spoilers. I didn't spoil. I just said what episodes I'm looking forward to. That's spoiling?
Yeah.
Just saying I'm looking forward to episodes of people with spoiling?
Yeah, that's spoiling.
I can spoil now.
Oh,
I'm not going to do that.
It's cool.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.